This is Katie.
And this is Derrick.
Welcome to the break room. Okay, welcome back to the break room. Now we've got two rock star teachers that just joined us. Introduce yourselves. Tell us what you do, how you got into education.
Well, I'm Elizabeth Ellis. I teach 8th grade math, and I'm just about to finish my 8th year. I started right out of college. I kind of knew I wanted to be a teacher when I was tutoring kids in my own pre-calculus class. Okay. And I thought I was better than the teacher. I think I was, you know.
She's like, hey, I don't know how to do this problem.
When you were a student?
Like,
yeah, I would just go around the desk and people were like, Elizabeth, help me. I'm like, okay. And then my teacher was just sitting at her desk. But, you know, I do that now.
That's awesome. Yeah. Okay, so it's like, you feel like it's like a call on your life. Like it's on your heart. You love it.
I think so. I think it didn't feel like that when I first started. Like my first day ever, I was like, what did I just get myself into? You know, and so I struggled with that for a few years, you know, because I had friends that I started with. They were naturals, you know, and like their kids, one of them taught 6th grade at first. I taught 8th grade. 6th graders are so loving at the beginning, you know, and 8th graders are not.
No, you got to work hard for that respect.
Exactly. So I fought through that for a few years, but
everybody feels that way in their first year. I cried every day of my first year.
Not me.
No,
yeah, exactly. That's what some people are not. Yeah,
he's lying. He was in the bathroom stall crying every Thursday.
I was a military sergeant.
Oh,
I had to do that because when I started as a sub in January, and they had run off like 3 subs, and so when I came in, I was like, "You will cry before me."
That's
so
a good
it was
motto.
like and it worked.
People were coming in that day like, "Is everybody okay in here?" They're quiet. We're good. Thank you.
Thank you. We got it.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about you and your journey.
I'm Emily Blunt. I didn't start out on the education path. I went corporate for a while and I was a trainer. And then I was teaching adults that weren't listening to me. And I got cancer and they treated me horribly at the corporation.
And you got cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just pause.
That's
okay.
Right.
And you got cancer and they were not nice to you.
They were not. I had to train classes like day after chemo. I'd have a class.
Stop. Oh, bless your heart. Okay.
Yeah. So then I realized how much we needed educators, and I have a bachelor's, so I decided to come into education.
Okay, what year are you in?
I'm in my 2nd year.
Okay, how has the first 2 years been?
It's been difficult, to say the least. COVID, I started in the middle of COVID.
Ooh, yeah.
So that was quite a time to join.
Sure.
I also took over a class that had been running off people.
Okay. So what do you think what is the hardest job for you in the classroom every day? What would you say it is?
The hardest part? Oh, man. I struggle with classroom management.
Okay.
And so just the behavior, all the different things you see, you might not expect some people to do certain things.
Okay.
And just like knowing how to react. And like knowing how seriously to take certain things.
Well, I mean, if you came up through an education path, do you feel like they really prepared you? Pedagogy, I know that they go over that. But did they prepare you for the behaviors that you saw in class or no?
No, but being in the education path in college, the thing that did, like my classes, yes, we talked about it. Yes, we wrote a fake lesson plan. I had a whole class on behavior management. We had a textbook and there was like, you could be this philosophy or this philosophy. You're not just going to be one philosophy, but student teaching is 100% where I learned everything. Like I still use activities that my mentor teacher used. And I'm like, I haven't even changed this at all. Like I'm still using what she used. So that is, I feel like is the key to getting that experience before you're in charge of your own classroom.
Okay.
And I think that's one important piece that's missing. Like they did away with mentor teachers. Like I had an amazing mentor teacher who helped me. She also crippled me a little bit because she did my lesson plans for like the first 2 years. Yeah. So I didn't really know how to do a lesson plan. I just did whatever she told me to do, but she wanted me to be successful. So she was like, I'm going to take that off your plate. Here, just do this. And I did.
What do you mean they got rid of the mentor teachers?
I mean, like there used to be like a program where they would like pay mentor teachers.
That's
like
not a thing anymore?
No.
What?
They took that away. I mean, of course, there are still people that take you under your wing to be your mentor, but there used to be like a program where they had to fill out paperwork, and when they met with you, they got a stipend.
I mean, the district that I grew up in as a teacher still has it. We need to get that back in.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me this. How often do you get to go watch each other teach?
Every other Wednesday.
That's the official answer.
It's in the plans every other Wednesday.
Yes. But we did actually stick with that for quite a while. Yeah. I thought it was very beneficial. I mean, it is just a little snippet, you know, and things go wrong, or like you might not get the right snippet in the class period, you know, but I wish there was more time to see each other. But it's like you're always having to be in charge of something, so you can't be in the building without feeling guilty for not being in charge of something.
Well, like, okay, tell me about AI. It's all the rage. And some people are like, it's going to ruin everything. Some people are like, we're going to embrace it. And where are you falling with the AI and kids?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but go ahead.
Artificial intelligence.
Oh, okay.
So there's all this new stuff out. And basically you can put in, have you guys done any of it? Tell us.
Yes. Well, our graduation speech that we did this morning, one of my coworkers put it into Chat GPT. Mm-hmm. It had indelible in there like 20 times, momentous, like these crazy words. And it was repeating the same thing over and over. So it's funny to me, but like you also need to proofread it, make sure it's actually what you mean to say. But I think it's a good tool, and I'm excited to see how we can utilize it and not just make it like a cheating version or something.
Sure. My own kid's school district blocked it. Like they don't even get to like look at it. And I'm like, come on, these are digital natives. And my son has figured out how to get around any block, which, yeah, I need to go sit in his class. We talked about that. His parents showed up in his class when he was in middle school.
In seventh grade.
Oh, wow. But I mean, he gets around it. So I just wonder how we're going to integrate it, how we're going to use it. Okay, so what about next year? How are we feeling about next year? And this was literally the last day of school. No, you have 2 more days.
It was not literally, yeah.
Technically. We're calling it technically.
Yeah, hopefully it will
There
become.
was a boy that left today, and he was like, bye, Mr. Coles. I was like, okay, see you. I said, have a good weekend. He was like, a good weekend? You mean good summer? I was like, oh, okay, well, see ya.
Do you think your kids aren't coming next week? They're like,
a lot of them are not.
We're taking summer.
Yeah,
okay.
that's fine.
I think it will be.
How are you guys feeling looking forward?
I am super excited, but a little, I don't want to say apprehensive, but this is the first time I've got to see the other side, like where you have to like staff a building. And so like we're having those conversations. Who do we think would go good here? No, this person doesn't work good with that person. So it's been interesting, but I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely.
But on that note, I think we do have a lot of good people, especially this year coming in, that have like really changed the atmosphere, changed the culture. And I'm excited to see how we all continue to grow together.
I'm excited because I'm going to be back in special education where I feel like I belong.
Okay. So you're changing roles.
Yes.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, we'll be with you. Derrick and I will be with you. We'll have you guys back on the break room where people come to cry. People come to tell us all the tea and have a drink.